What's going on, guys? It is Stephen Delisle. Today we are going to be talking about and diving deeper into a question that we had from one of our other YouTube videos about what it really means to be a seller's market and what it means to be a buyer's market, how to delineate between the two, as well as what are the other high growth areas in Greenville and why should those be important to a specific buyer. Today we're going to be responding to one of the questions that we had on one of our other YouTube videos from Sean Ashman. His question was specifically how to delineate between a seller's and a buyer's market. Also, what are the optimal places to buy or rent in Greenville? Okay, so this is actually a question that we talk about every single time, whether you're a buyer or a seller moving into Greenville, whether you've already lived here or you're moving from out of state. So as we sit down with all of our buyers, whether you have a house to sell or not, is we go through what your goals specifically are. Whether that's you want to be downtown Greenville specifically because of work or church or something that means something to you. So then we go into a map search. So we pull up the big map of Greenville, specifically zero in on an area that means something to you, whether that's Travelers Rest, the downtown Greenville, Simpsonville. Again, it's specifically to your needs. For example, Fountain Inn is a high growth area, but it may be too far away from where you want to work, or maybe too far away from a highway for you to easily commute back and forth to work or school for whatever commitments you have. Now, if you are looking in Lawrence County, for example, or Fountain Inn, those areas have a lot of high growth new construction opportunities for people. For example, let's just pick $300,000 to $450,000 is what your budget of what you're wanting to look for and spend on a new home. Whether it's a renovated home or a brand new construction home, there's going to be a lot of options for you in Fountain Inn. Now, if we go to downtown Greenville, more than likely it's not going to be a new construction home. It's going to be a house that is probably renovated. Let's look at the sizes. Again, this is based off of what your goals specifically are. If you're looking downtown Greenville and you have a budget of upwards of $450,000, the size of the house is probably not going to be a 5,000 square foot home. Chances are, based off of our experience, is that home is going to be anywhere between 1,000 square feet to maybe 1,500 square feet, and it's going to be an older home that's probably been renovated. The lot size is also going to be a lot smaller. If you go all the way to Fountain Inn and you can still get to work or church, whatever makes sense for you to be in that location, chances are you're going to have a better opportunity to have an acre lot or possibly a 2-acre lot, maybe a newer home or something that's been renovated, but chances are it's going to be a larger house in that location. So if we're looking at growth, downtown Greenville is still steadily growing. However, if you are in a 10-year pace of what Fountain is going to provide for you investment dollar-wise, Fountain Inn High School is a new high school that are starting to integrate now this next year. So in 10 years from now, when you bought something for $450,000, chances are it's going to appreciate at a higher rate faster than if it were to be downtown Greenville. A, because it's more land, and B, because you have a better opportunity to have something that's possibly a newer home as well. Now, if you're not from the area, what I do tell them is Travelers Rest, from our experience, is a high growth for retirement community, same as Greer. If you're looking for Simpsonville, Fountain Inn, you're going to have better opportunities to find a house that's probably going to be newer and a little bit more land, as opposed to downtown Greenville. It's probably going to be a smaller home, higher ticket price, and it's going to be a remodeled house. Another corridor that is a very high growth for new construction is going to be Piedmont as well. And then you've got Malden that's revitalizing their downtown, same as Fountain Inn. Those are very important key things to think about when you're wanting to move to a different location, is getting an agent that really understands the dynamics of each specific location and what it really means for your specific goals. Now, briefly, what we go over with a buyer as well is what kind of market are we getting into? This is a video that's just entering into February 2022. If you're looking at this at a different time, then that market's not going to be the same as this market. Right now, the message that we're giving to everybody is if we were going back pre-COVID, then really in Greenville, there were 3 different markets in 3 different price brackets. So it was the $250 and below price bracket and supply and demand ratios. Then you had the meat of the market, about $250 to $350, and then it really jumped from $500 plus to $1 million, where you had a surplus of inventory, and that's not the case right now. Right now, overall, we have 1.6 months of inventory. If you have a 5-month inventory block overall, you have a even market. Rarely, though, Is it a even market for very long? It's going to surpass even into a buyer's market or a seller's market. Very rarely, again, is it going to be a level market for an extended period of time. Right now, we are deeply below a 5-month inventory block, which means it's a heavy seller's market. There's just not enough supply for the amount of buyers that are moving into this area. Now, if we have above 5 months or more inventory in this location, then that's going to be a buyer's market. It means they simply have enough options to choose from that they don't have to scramble and compete against multiple offers like we are right now, and that is a buyer's market. Thank you so much for your time, guys, as always, and remember, with Delisle Properties, luxury always comes standard.